Well, Nancy Rumbel, it's so wonderful to have you in studio with us.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
The reason that we have you in here is to talk about how perfectly you can recreate one bird sound in particular on your ocarina, and it's the Common Potoo, and it's a nocturnal bird of tropical Central and South America. Let's start off by hearing what you first heard in listening to the sound of the Common Potoo.
Sure. Thanks. So this was the first, time I'd heard the bird, and you wait, because this is a field recording.
Right.
And the bird, you're still waiting. You go, okay, when's the bird going to come in again? Hear the crickets. Hear the wind. And you're waiting. And this is what these, field recorders do all the time. So how am I going to write a piece about this? There it is. And then when you get a clean sample like that, I decide, well, I want to hear it in a series. Let's see what it sounds like. And I began to hear a rhythm in there. So I was trying to figure out, okay, there's it's a bum, ba-da, beam, bum, bum, bum. And I had to figure out if I had an ocarina that was in that key, because ocarinas are kind of like harmonicas. They're not necessarily such a chromatic instrument. So I got out the ocarina I normally use and copied, just imitated the sound. That was a little sharp. And I was going, ooh, okay, so where is it? And I got my keyboard out and realized, okay, I had to be about a half step flat from there. And I had this older ocarina. Matter of fact, it was the first ocarina I ever bought, first ocarina I ever played. And so I was kind of like, oh, my buddy's coming back for the Common Potoo. And it seemed to work. So when I heard that sound, kind of that going over it, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So it set up that kind of a flow. So from that, I thought, okay, I can imitate the sound. I think the piece is in a 3. Where do I go from here? And so then I began to add the other instruments around it. And the first thing that I added to it was the piano. And I kind of made what they call an ostinato. It's a bass or a repeated sound. And it sounded like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So that it fit in with, the sound of the bird. You can hear the combination with the potoo and the piano. How it fits in. So there's that combination of those two. And I figured out that I can put the ocarina in there at some place, and I wanted to enrich it.
Oh, that's amazing. And it's just so nice. And it's such a natural flow from the bird's actual song.
Yeah, I hope, and it's one of those funny things like, well, I've never really seen the bird except in a picture. And I'd seen it. There's a short clip of of some video you can find on YouTube, of course. And I thought, well, I know there's water around there, so the piano kind of sounded like water. I wanted to fill it out, so I added some strings to it as well. So it brings in that whole kind of a coloring, that kind of makes the whole thing become even more symphonic, obviously, with the string section. And then we put the whole thing together with the piano, the potoo, the ocarina, and the strings.